Welcome back to the abandoned cockpit, where nothing matters and nothing's true. We're joined by Luke L. the.
Some things are true. I mean, we took an oath not to lie the entire week.
True, we didn't even make it the whole week though. We had a podcast early to get out of it.
I will tell you one thing. That was in the back of my mind this whole week about telling the truth.
That's good. How about you, Dane?
I think I did good with it. I caught myself saying something and then realizing that it wasn't true, but not doing it intentionally.
What was it?
It was immediately after we got done too. So I went downstairs and Jess said something. I was like, well, I got to go up and wait for the shit to finish processing. And I was like, oh, wait, pretty sure it is done. And then I was like, wait, it might be done. And then in my head, I was like, oh, no, it for sure is done. But I came up here for a minute anyways.
That's awesome.
But that's the only thing.
Okay. Well, like, I'm not gonna lie, off the top of my head, when I got the message from you on Messenger, Dane, about throwing the audible for the next couple days, for you wanting to do the jiu-jitsu on Monday instead of Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, it'd have been so easy because like I worked all day out in the yard and like I wanted to go. No, I can't tonight, but tomorrow. And then I was like, wait a minute. Like I could still do either. Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I've been up since 4:30.
Yeah.
Working.
Just like regular or like real pay work or just like around the house kind of work?
No, real pay work. I get paid for things.
Oh, yeah, I just didn't know what kind of work because I call everything work when it involves me moving.
Yeah, no, it wasn't just at my house. It was my job, which I'm going to keep private, but yeah, 12-hour shifts.
Private investigator.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll investigate your privates, Luke. You get.
I'm sorry.
Luke,
but apparently it was one time. It was there was a doctor that told me it was the easiest thing he did all day was investigating my privates. So
because it was right in his face, or
you don't know, remember that story.
You pulled down your pants, he's like, whoa, there it is.
Yeah.
I do that he like squatted down to get to dick level.
Yeah, I had something going on down there and it just like hurt. And I went in and good night. That was the most awkward kiss ever, Cora. Goodness. Good night, Lucy.
Can you blame her?
I know, right? Look at me. No, but right when I was telling that story too. But yeah, I had some things going on down there, and yeah, I dropped trout and like it was right in his face, and he was like checking it away, and he goes, "Well, it's the easiest thing I did all day." And I just remember thinking, man, your day must have fucking sucked.
It was super easy for him because it just looked like your head. He's like, "Oh, I'm just."
Yeah.
Well, clear up anything on your side. You said it was just like a lymph node or something.
Yeah, it was a swollen lymph node. Yep. What a shitty word.
Yeah.
Node.
I work today, but I'm all hot and sweaty and pissed off because I was trying to fix a sink. We bought a new faucet for the kitchen sink, and I don't know. We climbing underneath the sink there, pliers and wrenches and freaking screwdrivers, and I think we got to the point where what the screw that we need to undo, the screw heads are gone.
Yeah.
Messing around with that, and I tried to shut the water off down here. There's like a plastic shut-off valve. I think I broke that. The two like wings, they snapped off, so I had to like get a pliers and twist it, and that's probably all fucked up now too. And
Well,
It's breaking shit. Well,
you know what would make your day feel better, Bjorn, is an ice cold spotted cow.
the spotted cow. Bjorn, everything around my place is breaking.
sorry to hear that.
All my tools are breaking all at once. Doesn't make sense, but besides, they're all old. I did fix my lawnmower though, so now I'm not pushing 4 acres. I get to sit there and drink beer and ride around the property. So that's way better than push mowing for 10 plus hours.
That's good. I bought a push mower today.
Fun.
I'm in line for one.
You're in line. You have
Yeah,
to wait until your dad dies.
Yeah, it's a hand me down. It's gonna be a push mower probably. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's funny, Dane. I don't even got nothing else. Like
Like, how are you you're waiting for one? You're in line for one? What does that mean?
it was Lukeisms for I'm gonna buy one sometime soon.
Hey, can you share my screen quick?
Oh, I see it.
No, but I can allow you to. What do you mean you see it? Oh, Luke. All right, there you go.
There I go. How do I do
Yeah,
it?
you look super weird, Bjorn. Hit the share screen button.
Where the hell is it? Oh, I keep forgetting how to do Zoom. I'm too old.
You're not even 40.
I know. All right. Damn it. This is my mower.
Oh, that's cool. One of the old school ones. Don't lose a toe. Do you got to sharpen the blades too after so long, I guess?
I believe you probably do. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I guess
They're undullable blades.
No, you gotta sharpen them, but I don't know. It was probably a purchase, but the gas one that I was gonna buy for $200 at Menards was sold out. I was like, I don't feel like spending $300-400 on the next one up. So
Not only that, but it costs you $15 to fill up your mower.
no
Yeah.
shit.
so this I was like, this kind of looks neat. I'll give this a try. It'll probably suck, but I can make it summer or two. I got a small yard, so
Yeah. I know that's why people like say, oh, you know, I used to get a riding mower or like one of the self-propelled ones. I'm like, nah, I still got some life and some oomph left to me. Like I don't need no fucking power mower for my yard.
You're like, nah, I'm not a fat slob like you. I don't mind walking around my yard for 10 minutes to push mow it. What do you want me
Yeah.
to do? Spend $3,000 on a rider?
I know. It's like it's not like I have that much real estate to work with, so I kind of like it. I get to listen to some podcasts when I mow, and like just kind of I don't know. It's a fun thing to do. I think I enjoy it still.
I enjoy it when I get to use my rider mower. Because I just think about how I could be doing this by hand.
Yeah.
It makes everything better. Elon Musk isn't buying Twitter, apparently.
I saw that. Yeah.
or buying at a discount.
Say that again.
Is he buying it at a discount? I saw something where he I forget what happened, but he might be able to buy it at a less rate because it's not worth 44 billion. It's only
Well, it turns. Oh shit, Bjorn! I said something and it took your voice away. What was the end of that?
apparently it's only worth like 29 billion. So,
Do you know why
He may-
that is?
well, because it sucks. Okay, why you should
Because it's fun. I don't know. Not that it doesn't suck, but the real reason is that there's so many bots and fake accounts on there. That's why it's not worth so much.
I saw he like a big problem with it that he had was they weren't, or at least he felt they weren't being forthright with how they can like tell or prove like 5% were bots. I think was what Twitter was saying, if I remember right. They said like 5% was bots, and I don't think Elon was satisfied with their data, or I don't know, I guess proof of that 5% number.
I don't remember what the number was, so I'm not even going to try to come up with it. But
Yeah.
when I heard how many were bots and fake, well, I mean, fake accounts or whatever, it blew my mind. It was a unbelievable number.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 30-40% fake on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because how many millions have to be on Twitter? Right? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not on Twitter.
I am. I don't really use it. I actually have some pretty good tweets on here that I thought that I could share, though.
Oh, okay.
Not from me, but other people's shit. And then, yeah, let's get into that real quick
Yep.
since we're talking about Twitter. So, all right. All right. You see Maj Toure
Yeah.
right here? You guys know who that is?
No.
It's one of the most badass motherfuckers around, dude. He's the guy who founded Black Guns Matter. Do you know what that is?
I mean, I feel like I've heard of it, but that's all I got.
Okay. Well, he teaches a bunch of firearm classes and like de-escalation courses and stuff like that. And I'm like 99% sure he's from Philly. And ever since that he started these courses there, and like I'm pretty sure he worked there for a year, because before he was like kind of traveling around the country. He's like, no, I'm just going to focus on Philadelphia, and the crime, maybe not the crime, but like the homicide rate, death rate, whatever you want to call it, dropped drastically once he really started putting these classes into place.
wait. Is he a bot?
No, he's not a bot.
I'm sorry, but like I'm having a hard time focusing because that lady Eva who Tucker's talking to is gorgeous. Holy cow.
Spotted cow.
Yeah.
Anyways, on top of that, he's just a really cool dude. But he said, don't you dare champion the people of Sri Lanka taking over the presidential palace after bitching about January 6th for 2 years. You intellectually inconsistent piece of shit. So I kind of saw some of the things that were happening in Sri Lanka, but I didn't know that they took over the palace there. So that's pretty fucking cool.
I think that was a fairly new development.
I think it's been going on for a while, but I think it reached the point where they're starving.
Yeah.
Right. Again, I wasn't really prepared to talk about this. I just found this like 5 minutes before we started talking. And but I was reading about the situation within the last week. The government manipulated the market in some way that now is causing them to go hungry. And they're like, oh, don't worry, we'll fix it. But before they can fix it, they already fucked it up. So they're starving and they're going insane, which hungry people are scary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that should be a very big concern for everybody, especially when people like Joe Biden, even though that he doesn't even know what he's saying or where he's at, somebody told him to tell everybody that food shortages are coming. And we've seen them in, even though that it doesn't really affect us
Yeah.
yet. Like baby formula, though, that really affects certain people. You know, I notice things now that are like even though I don't drink Monsters all that much, and I try not to anyways, like my favorite Monster, I can't find it. You know, and that is a very first world problem. But in America in 2022, we should not be wondering where our favorite drinks are. You know,
Yeah, in the best country in the world, like the best, like supposedly we're the
Best.
best economy in the world. Oh,
Best.
come on.
Oh, come on. No, but on top of this tweet, he talks about January 6th, right? And that's a huge thing that fucking leftists were saying that it's the worst thing that's happened since 9/11. And trying to,
come on.
Is it the most violent day in American history or something like that?
apparently, but I mean, you watch these videos of the day of it happening, and cops move the barricades and let them walk right in.
Yeah, and it's kind of odd for like the most violent day in American history. The only person that got shot was and killed was an unarmed veteran, and she was killed by the government. I mean, that's the most violent day in American history since 9/11. I beg to differ.
And it wasn't like this guy's life was in danger. He might have been scared.
Oh, sure, I'm sure he was scared.
Fine.
Yep, I understand that too, and I'm also not like necessarily saying she was smart to keep going forward into somebody with a gun who was yelling at her to stop and had a gun pointed at her.
I don't think that happened.
Yeah,
because from the camera angle, I don't even think that she saw him.
Oh, like, she might not have seen him, you don't think? Okay. It's been a while since, that's fair. It's been a while since I've seen the video. I know the gun was pointed, like if she would have looked up, she could have seen it, but
I mean,
it's been a while since I've seen it. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But
no, that's fair.
From what I remember, it was kind of like that this isn't gonna make sense for me right here. But
the video that was taken by the Antifa guy, you know what I'm talking about? Like one of the good videos of it was taken by someone who is an Antifa.
Oh, really?
Yep.
From what I remember, she's like looking at a door, but there's like two, three doors, big doors, you know, and then the cop's like over there. So he shoots her from an angle where it's like he's not in front of her at all.
No, you're right. It was from an angle for sure.
And then I don't remember this dude's name, but there was this big white dude who was like, "We're gonna go storm the Capitol tomorrow. We need to go inside the building." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, what was his name?
And there's multiple videos of different times where people around him are like, "Fed," and he's never been charged with anything. Yet they still have people locked up who didn't do anything.
Ray
didn't damage even any property, dude. Ray Epps,
Ray Epps. Yep. That was his name. Yep.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
Like the government obviously wanted this to happen. You can't convince me otherwise because of all the videos that I've seen and the fact that Ray Epps has not even been questioned, yet there's people who walked into the building that the cops allowed them to, and it's supposedly the people's house in the first place, and they're still locked up for it.
Well, and like
they're just political prisoners.
And like people will say like, oh, this is debunked, this is that. And regardless of what you think, when that drug on that day and you saw like the reaction, everything, and then at the end of the day when it was kind of starting to calm down and everything, no one can deny that the America First attitude was being the beginning of the America First attitude going on trial, and like they wanted it to end that day, and they just, I don't know, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like they wanted to kill it. Like people being proud of America, people wanting America first. And I'm not even saying Trump, like fuck Trump, honestly. Like,
Yeah, I don't like him.
like the whole idea that Donald Trump is the be all end all is ridiculous in my opinion. And there's a lot of people that think that he has to be the guy, blah blah blah. And those people are wrong. Like, we don't need Donald Trump to be proud of America, to want to put our best interest forward and first. The left needs Donald Trump because they need a villain. You know, they need that guy to point their finger at and tie everyone to, that goes against their agenda.
Why do they?
What's that, Bjorn? Sorry.
Why do they need Joe Biden?
I got
I
some
don't
Joe
know.
Biden shit for you.
I don't know that they need Joe Biden either. Joe Biden was just the one who just happened to be there.
Oh, maybe Bjorn, didn't you send me a video about something?
I don't know.
Good video.
Today I saw a video where Joe Biden is talking about some 10-year-old that had to cross state lines to go terminate the presidency.
Oh, what? Really? Today?
That's what I saw it today. But like, yeah, he mixed up the words pregnancy and presidency and said that this girl across state lines.
So a 10-year-old had to go get an abortion and she had to cross the lines for it.
Yeah, but he said to terminate the presidency.
Right, which is hilarious also.
Yes.
But like the concern there is that she had to go to a different state to get an abortion instead of why is this fucking 10-year-old pregnant in the first place?
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha.
All right. Changing subjects here a little bit. Independence Day recalls resistance and a withdrawal of fealty to a hostile political power. We should not twist it into a celebration of our current rulers in Washington, the federal government, or the troops that work for and represent the federal government. It should be a celebration against government and a reminder that Americans can once again walk away from tyranny, even if force of arms is required. And this is from the most handsome Mises Institute fellow, Ryan McMakin.
Ryan McMakin. I don't know that I know who that is.
Dude, he looks like that. Can you see it?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
blurry.
He kind of looks like Sean Connery in The Last Crusade.
Yeah, no, dude, this guy is fucking awesome. He always talks about militias and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know why, but every time I see him, I'm like, he is the most handsome motherfucker who is associated with the Mises Institute. So I don't know. But I thought that was a great quote, so I wanted to share it. I have something really funny here for you guys.
Okay.
Oh shit. Hold on. I'm new to this too, because I gotta remember to share the sound.
or political power. It is noteworthy that the percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line. Women are not.
Oh shit! Did he just say?
Here, let me.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Go back.
I'm just
I
gonna start it
heard
over
something.
again. I'm just gonna start it over.
I thought I heard something in there that he shouldn't have read.
Power. It is noteworthy that the percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line. Women are not.
He did.
allowed
He said it. He said,
and
repeat the line.
Did you see the guy behind him?
Yeah,
All of a
he
sudden
started
he's gonna-
laughing.
Yeah.
I saw this video and it was turned into a Ron Burgundy quote or meme, where like afterwards it was the producer on the Anchorman movie. He's like, "Damn it! How many times do I have to tell you that whatever you put on there, Burgundy will read?"
That's hilarious, Bjorn. That's awesome.
That was the same speech where he said something about terminate the presidency, I believe, because he had the same guy to his left.
I feel like
Oh,
Joe
okay.
Biden is like me after I've stayed up until 4 a.m. drinking all night, and I go to work in 3 hours and have to like do a meeting or something at like 7:30 a.m. I feel that's how the level of his brain is on.
There,
Like
And I might be better.
at like high level. Like
that is, yeah, peak performance. Luke's worst is better than his best.
Yeah.
Dude, there have been moments in my life where I have drank a lot for like a long time, right? And I've gotten to the point at times where I could still function and I could still think, but I just couldn't talk because I was too
Yeah.
drunk.
Yep.
And in my mind, I'd be like, you're not even forming sentences or anything. I was like, you just need to shut the fuck up and sit in the corner because you don't make any sense right now. And I can coherently think that in my head, but I can't say anything out of my mouth. And Joe Biden can't coherently think of anything.
Like how, like at this point in his career, how many teleprompters has that dude sat in front of? You know what I mean? At
Every
this point in
speech
his
he's ever
career.
given.
Yeah. And he doesn't know, like,
Repeat the line.
Like I guarantee you the font and like the way that's set up hasn't fucking changed since the beginning of time.
What a piece of shit, dude.
Why isn't he sitting back enjoying his blood money at this stage in his career? What the fuck?
Why isn't
maybe he doesn't want to be there. This is his punishment. He's like serving a sentence.
he's
like
sold his soul to the devil and he's like, no, Joe, you get back up there right now. Dude, he should be dropping acid, getting taken care of by a bunch of hot nurses right now.
Yeah. Like how is like what is he doing? What is he doing?
He doesn't know. That's the beauty of it, dude.
Yeah.
You cannot convince me that this motherfucker knows what's going on. You really can't. He doesn't say anything coherently. And to prove my point, sorry, this took a second. Hold on. To prove my point.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put him, excuse me.
I didn't watch the speech, but I was listening to part of the problem earlier, and they were talking about he never went back and said the word. He just went from there to the next talking point.
He just
and
moved on.
completely skipped over it.
To be fair though, that is the smart play. If you fuck up that bad, you just move on.
And to be fair, what's happening in America right now makes as much sense as what he just said. Sure, I found the video that you sent me. You didn't send it to me. It was a Facebook video.
Bjorn, I like the angle of your camera this time. It's cool.
I put it on a tripod.
It's a good view.
Yeah, we get to see all your body instead of just your face.
Now you know I'm wearing pants. They're short.
They look like boxers, to be honest.
Well, they're khaki shorts with little sharks on them, so they're not boxers. But I can see why you'd think that.
Next week, the girls are going to swim lessons up at the grandparents, and so I'm gonna have time to work in the basement finally. So I'm gonna do something down there and set up a little nook, and finally get the ring light and all of that.
Upstairs
So-
or in the basement?
Basement. Yeah.
Sweet.
Not upstairs. Upstairs, that's where they sleep, so that won't work out too well.
Right, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
When we start recording, you have to be upstairs, so we get to watch you walk in your basement and like walk like the hunchback.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can make that happen. Yeah. And if with any luck, I'll hit my head on the way down.
we do like a video of you getting ready to go to the game, like the football players running on the field, and it's just you like jumping up and down your kitchen.
Yeah.
And then you go down the basement and you're like to your corner. Can you even sit down there without hitting your head?
On the floor.
Yeah, on the floor. Yep. I'd have to do yeah. No, it's very low. It like every time the plumbing heating company comes over, like I'm always like, yeah, it's pretty low, and they're like, yeah, obviously, Luke, duh. Like I can see, but yeah, dude, it's bad. There's tennis balls like on some of the ducks down there. They're the old school ducks that have the big ass spikes that go through. So like for the what do you even call them? I don't know, the shit that makes it flow either way, this way and that. And like there's like tennis balls on these little spikes that go through them, so you don't fucking poke your eye out on it. Yeah, you'll see it in the highlight video when I go down there next time.
Dude,
Did you find this video, Dane?
what video?
I thought you were pulling up a video.
No, I found the video that you sent me. It was about the Freudian slip.
Oh yeah, okay.
Then,
Oh, I haven't watched that
just-
yet.
I didn't want to like redirect our conversation because that doesn't coincide with anything we've been talking about
Sorry.
at the moment.
I thought
And you completely went silent when I started talking. You thought what?
I couldn't remember what the video was about.
I couldn't either, and I thought that you sent it to me in like a private message, but it was just a post. But what I was gonna say is I actually know how to pay the guy who does the Ford commercials to like voice over a video or something for us,
Oh, okay, cool.
for anybody. It was cool. I've always planned on doing it. Like I've known about this for like 2 years, and I want to, like it's not super expensive, but it's not cheap. So I want to do it, but I want to make it worth it. You know what I mean? And you going into your basement might be worth it.
Yeah, it would. I'll throw down on it.
So for anybody who doesn't know us personally, Luke is a giant of a man. Bjorn is too, but he's smaller than Luke. And I'm about a foot shorter than both of you. And probably at least 50 pounds lighter. So anyways, do you want to watch that video, Bjorn? Do you think that'd be something worth checking out?
If you want to, yeah, that's fine.
Because I watched it when I was at work today. I was like, holy shit. That was my thought.
I knew you'd get a kick out of it. That's why I tagged you in it.
Mm-hmm. I love it. All right. You gotta give me 3 seconds.
I like the guy's hair already. Oh wow, what a great commercial.
Shut
Tired
up,
of
Luke.
hot and stuffy rooms during summer.
Statement or some content addressing where we are in that process, something brief. Dr. Ziegler, would you be interested in providing that to the community in back to school?
Everything that Mr. Mahevdi mentioned is part of the rollout plan. So we have a pretty robust indoctrination plan ready to go, enculturation plan for this ready to go as we move into the new school year.
Thank you, Dr. Ziegler. I was just going by what the items were on the slide.
So we have a pretty robust indoctrination plan.
Oops, I said the quiet part loud and the loud part quiet. Oh, dear.
Interesting.
Dude, that's what public schools are, man. That's exactly what they've been since day one.
Yeah, they get you used to the 9 to 5, man. Like, like that kind of setup, the regular mundane, like lifestyle.
Cog in the wheel.
Cog in the wheel. They get you used to it. Taking orders,
Having an authority figure where you have to ask them if doing anything is okay.
Yep. It took me a while, and I'm not gonna lie, like it took me a while into the workforce. I would say probably like a year or two to be like, oh wait, I don't have to ask to go to the bathroom.
Dude, imagine,
you know what I mean? Like,
imagine going to the Marine Corps and then going into regular life.
Yeah.
Because there, I mean, a lot of the times you have to ask about stupid shit like that too.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't ask and you do something, they can fuck up your entire life.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, these next 3 hours are going to suck and then I get to go home. It's like, this is my home. This is my life. If I fuck up, these guys basically own me,
Yep.
And I had a great time in the Marines, but there were moments where it was just like, you guys aren't letting me sleep at all, and now I'm hallucinating.
Yeah.
And everybody's a huge dick to me, and I just don't understand why. But we need to take a 5-minute break. We'll be right back. All right, I'm just gonna let this minute pass. I gotta run downstairs really quick. When I come back up, I'll send a link, and it'll be like
cool.
3 minutes.
I gotta get another beer and take a piss.
Out of your head or your dick?
Both.
Because what your doctor said, they look exactly alike, and that's why it was so easy for him. Okay, I'll be right back.
All right.
All right, so we were talking about indoctrination in the school systems. Not 100% sure exactly where we left off, but I would just
We were shaking our heads
like this.
We were going. Yeah.
I would just like to say that our whole school system was based off of the Prussian system that Horace Mann went over to Prussia and saw, and they had created a public education system because they were not winning wars, and they weren't winning wars because the people were like, after a while, they're just like, you know what? I'm going to go back to home to my family. Like, I don't have enough faith or ties to this government who wants me to go fight and die and kill. Right. So then they were like, how do we get these motherfuckers to fight wars for us forever? So they started a school system to make the children love the government, basically. That's more or less, there's a lot better explanations out there for how they did it, but it's basically that. And Horace Mann brought that back to the United States and implemented it. And so what I always like to say is that, public schools create good little employees and mindless killers of the state, because they're too, and it's still based this way, dude, all the bells and everything, factory workers and military. That's what they want. that's what everybody's sending their kids to. And I'm not trying to be offensive. I just, over years and years and years of just more information coming out about school systems, I just want to encourage people to get their kids out of there, because like we just saw, it's the indoctrination of your children.
Yes, and I would say, like, for people that have their kids in public schools like I do, pay attention to what's being taught, and like, speak up, be involved in like the school boards if that's your thing, and put in a direction that's, you know, going to reflect the community that you're in. I'd have to say that I'm pretty happy with where my kids are right now. Like, it's I haven't seen any red flags come up, anything like crazy that's going on. It seems like everybody is doing fine. That said, I've seen some shit around this country that's being pushed on kids in schools that make my skin crawl.
And so there is a wide range of shit that's being taught. You know, obviously we live in Iowa, so some people that I'm friends with give me pushback, and it's like, I understand your point. I understand it's better where we're at. I still
I'm not
think
even pushing
it's
back on you either. You
no,
know,
when I said that, I wasn't thinking about you. Per
oh,
se.
okay.
But no, you're good. But even if it is the best, let me start over. Even if it is the best public school that there is, it's still under the thought of them trying to indoctrinate your children. So
Yeah.
like you were saying, just be proactive. And I understand that in a lot of situations, people can't do anything other than that, you know, but like I said, I just want to encourage people to try to do that.
Another thought, Dane, though, is like, since the public school system has been a big part of our nation for so long, is that part of the reason now why I can't, and I know that, like, it's not the only part of the reason, but like, I mean, you can't really, in some of the jobs that are out there right now, like, you cannot really live lifestyles that you have, or that people have, to be able to like homeschool their kids. You know what I mean? Like, my job, there's no possible way with what I do for a living that I could homeschool a kid, or Megan. And in what I do right now, I'm not saying that I couldn't, if that was what I wanted to do, that I could not make that happen. I probably could. Well, but there's so many roles in society right now where it's just impossible.
I would say anything's possible, first of all. I know it would be difficult. Do you have family around you?
Yeah.
Not to get too personal, but you and or your wife are working at home quite a sometimes, you know,
quite a bit. Yes.
You don't have to homeschool your kids like 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And not only that, you don't have to homeschool your kids for 3 hours a day.
Yep.
You could do it 1 to 4 hours. You could do it on the weekends. And so, like, it would be very difficult. It's been very difficult for us to do. I could be making a lot more money than I am right now. My wife could be making a lot more money than she is right now, especially since she's not working. We have gone back and forth with, like, there's been times where I'm working 80 hours a week for almost a fucking year straight so we can do this. You know, there's been times where, like, I work part-time, if that. My wife was working full-time. You know, we sort of have switched up roles, and we have not had a steady job. We haven't even lived in the same fucking state. You know what I mean? Like, we're kind of all over the place. And that doesn't have anything to do with homeschooling. That's just another aspect of
Sure.
our life. But
You just tell me it's possible.
right. But I'm also telling you, I could have a lot more and I could make a lot more. And we could have been having a lot more and making a lot more for years if we didn't decide to do this right away.
Sure.
'Cause
Okay.
as soon as I found out Jess was pregnant with Thor, he's 9 now. So like 10 years ago, when I found out she was pregnant, I was like, I can't fucking let that dude go to public education. That was my mindset 10 years ago. So from then we decided, well, we got to do whatever we can to keep them.
Yeah.
So not only
You
was
made
it
that decision
a
and from
long time ago.
time ago.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yep. So
I think that the pandemic has shown that it's possible for a lot of people that probably thought that it wasn't possible.
what is vibrating right now? Is that your phone, Bjorn?
Yeah, I heard that. I felt it almost.
Was your phone just vibrating?
It is. Hold on. Screen share here.
Is Destiny calling you?
No. Can you let me share?
It's kind of pleasing to the ear.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that we stopped really quick. Let me get back into allowing you to do things. Oh, there you go. You should be good.
So I didn't realize that I'd been doing that because I haven't been talking for quite a while.
It wasn't doing it that long.
But that's because I wasn't talking, so it wasn't picking it up. But it's been doing it for a while. I'm gonna show you why.
Okay. Oh, you're sharing. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a great picture of me. Awesome.
Dude, that's my favorite thing about Bjorn's phone share screen.
Oh,
Chicken in my smoker.
You're smoking meat right now?
Yeah, I've got chicken going. We've got chicken breast going in the smoker.
Jesus Christ. Anything's possible. I love that, Bjorn. That's awesome that you're cooking right now.
Got my wireless thermometer.
Oh, nice. I have one of those. It's not the exact, like, I mean, it's a similar one. It's not the same brand or whatever.
So yeah, my alarm was going off that it had reached 165 degrees for the chicken.
Nice.
Bjorn and I and a friend of mine are about to buy a bunch of chicken.
Chickens.
Chicken. Plural. Chicken.
And
Chicken.
yeah, chicken is plural.
Chicken is plural.
Chickens.
It's like flamingo. Flamingo. There's 1. There's 10. Flamingo.
Flamingo.
What?
Flamingo is one flamingo. Flamingo is many flamingos.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I was gonna say
I
I
hope it is.
dumb if it was.
Did you just break our weekly challenge?
Yes,
it was
I
one.
Talked about that.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go
let's
ahead.
talk about that.
You guys caught yourselves in a couple lies, you said?
Yeah.
5 minutes after I got off talking to you guys.
And that was the only one for the whole week?
I really think so, yes.
Because all I do is like talk to my family and then talk to the people at work. At work, no lies, 100%.
To my children, all the fucking time.
Gosh, what was that? I know I caught myself in some other ones earlier this week, and it definitely affected how I like thought and spoke to people, for sure. That was a great challenge, Bjorn. Actually, it was definitely in my mind the entire week.
I think we're all pretty honest people, and I thought it was really easy. I didn't work at all last week, so I didn't interact with a lot of people besides my family and Destiny's family. But I did catch myself a couple times, and it's funny because it was the same lie twice.
Okay.
But text. Because when we were at mom and dad's, Destiny wanted me to do something after I went and took a shower or something. And I was upstairs and I was just looking at my phone, looking at like TikToks or Reels or whatever. You know, I was there for, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. And then she texted me like, hey, I need you to do this. I'm like, oh crap. Okay. So I came down and she's like, did you shower? I'm like, no, I haven't yet. And she said, what have you been doing? And I said, nothing, which was somewhat true, but I said nothing because I didn't want to tell her what I was actually doing, which was, you know, harmless, but it was a waste of time. So I knew then. I was like, okay, that was a lie. And then later, I think I was putting the baby in the car and I whacked my leg off the side of the car. And I was just like, oh, fuck, you know, or I said something along those lines. She's like, what? I was just like, nothing. So not big lies, but just not telling the truth in response to a question.
And she was probably like, yeah, that makes sense. You were just angry for no reason.
Now my barbecue, easy barbecue thing. How do I turn these off?
I don't know.
Throw it against the wall.
Throw it against the wall. Oh, so I have a good one. That's not a lie,
Okay.
but I do this quite often. And it always involves my wife asking me to ask people something a few times over the span of like a week or two. She's like, oh, hey, will you figure this out with this person? I'm always like, yeah, I'll ask him, whatever. And then when over text, she like directly asked me, like today, Bjorn, when I texted you about our dogs, when we go for a few days, she's been asking me for a few days, like a week at least, if not more. I'm like, yeah, I'll figure it out. And then today we were texting back and forth and she's like, did you ask somebody about the dogs? So I ignored it until I talked to you and got a response from you. And then I texted her back and I was like, of course. And she knows me too well. And she's like, of course. Like, did you do that right now? I was like, yeah, I did. Because I've done that a lot. Like, I just won't respond. So I don't have to lie to her and I don't have to tell her no. Because I'm a piece of shit. I didn't do what you've been asking me to do. So I just won't say anything until then I'll immediately call or text the person and be like, hey, does this work? So yeah, it's been a thing. That's why she knows that I texted you after she texted me. So but I would say that there's definitely moments in my life where I've lied a lot, but overall I am a very honest person. It makes me feel real shitty when I'm lying. I hate it. It just eats at me, dude. It really eats at me. And I'm okay like looking like an idiot. You know, if I fuck up at work, no matter where I'm working, I'm just like, yep, that was me. I did that. Like, I'm okay with taking the blame, dude. Like, I don't try to put it on somebody else. Even if it's not 100% my fault, I still try to take the blame in most situations. Just like, oh, hey, you know what? I could have stopped that and I didn't. I didn't do anything about it.
And that's a hallelujah moment once a person is like a kid, a young man, an adult. Like, once you realize that you can say, I don't know, sometimes that's a big lift off people's shoulders. You know what I mean? And that goes back to some of that indoctrination stuff. And sometimes at home there's you know, parents that are pretty hard on kids and expect them to, you know everything or do something right. You know, the expectations are set high, but I think that, yeah, once you realize that's okay, you learn that you open yourself up to better opportunities. Yeah, what's so
Did
funny?
you see Bjorn?
Well, I didn't, but I could imagine.
What?
What do you do? Were you like,
hold on, I just gotta say this. I understand why you have these things, and I'm not mad at you for having them.
what happened?
At the same time, it's kind of fucking ridiculous that you have these mustaches that go on your cups to keep you from. Look at his teeth. Look at it.
Sippy cupped. It lifts
Huh?
up whiskers, so I don't have to brush it out of my face.
I saw that earlier, and at first I was like, oh, what is that? And then I was like, oh, it's like the old school like beer steins. There's beer stein, like the German beer steins have like those.
The whisker dam.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, okay, that's what it is. That makes sense. Bjorn has a beard. That's
and like I said, I get it. I'm not mad at it. But at the same time, I still find it fucking ridiculous.
I get sick of brushing it out of, because otherwise then I have to sit here with like a paper towel and like wring the beer out of my mustache. So
yeah.
Dude, just let it drip.
it's awful. I hate it. So
yeah, I get it.
I was watching a video about lying, and the lady said there was like 3 different kinds of lying, and I wish I can't remember the middle one. There's normal lying, which she said was like 1 to 2 small lies a day, and then 1 big lie a week. And then the next level, I can't remember what
That's normal.
Apparently, but I think it also had to do with stuff like somebody asking, if this, pair of pants makes my butt look big. And you're like, oh no, it looks great. Like that kind of lying.
Sure.
So little lies that are, white lies, trying to avoid, hurting somebody's feelings or something. But the next level was like, I think she said 6 small lies a day and 3 big lies a week. And then the next level was pathological. And I can't remember how many she said, but that was basically like lying all the time for no reason at all. God dang it.
I know some of them people, man. And
Yeah.
after you catch on, because I understand that people do lie, but like lying about everything all the time and just telling stories about shit that they've never done all the time does not make sense to me. So when people are telling me stories, and like I know a lot of people who have crazy shit happen to them and crazy stories, like unbelievable stories for people that I know for a fact have happened.
Oh,
so
sure.
So I typically believe people, but once I figure out like that ain't fucking true, then I'm like, nothing you told me was fucking true, dude.
And the funny thing is like a lot of those people, they seem like even they'll double down, dude. Like, and you'll like, and that's like when you really like find out about those people being such liars is they will double down on the lie. even if it's small.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and yeah.
And there's been moments in my life where I've done that, but it's not like a normal thing for me to do. It's not a common thing for me to do, but I know people who do it 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make sense to me.
It's almost like they believe it, It's so weird that they start believing their own lies.
Yeah. Yeah, like when Joe Biden says the prices are going up because of Putin.
Yeah.
He probably believes that by now.
He's probably confused who Putin is.
And the weird thing about not the weird thing, but like the bad thing about lying, or the good thing about telling the truth, is you don't have to remember what you said. I think, did Mark Twain say that maybe?
I don't know, but Mark Twain is a fucking badass dude that most people don't understand how fucking awesome he was.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Have you ever lied, or somebody that lied about something, and then later, like, you heard a different version? You're like, but you said it was this way, and like,
mm-hmm.
I don't know, it completely erases any trust you have for the person. It's just like, what? Like you said it was, you know, a different way. And I don't know, just being able to tell the truth and not worry about having to remember stuff just because, I don't know, you're not lying. So you're not setting yourself up for a trap.
At the same time, people can misremember things.
That's true. That's
You
true.
know, so you just because you hear two stories from one person that are kind of similar but not the same, it doesn't mean they're lying. It just, you know, means they're wrong at one point or another. But be careful
Yeah.
for people who lie all the fucking time.
Yeah.
That's a bad situation.
Like politicians, I think politicians and media have desensitized us to lying, where we forgive it a little bit too quick now.
Yeah, maybe.
Because we're lied to all the time, and then like when you find out whether it's who I
The
guess
vaccine. The vaccine.
I've
I
heard
shouldn't have said that.
I've heard people say that you don't understand how much the media lies until you have a story written about you.
oh yeah, I suppose that's probably a good point.
And yeah, I think that's a really good point, because I don't like I've read things in the newspapers about situations that I had knowledge of before, and like some of the people that had knowledge of it too, I trust more than the media. And if they're telling me that, like, dude, that's fucked, like I think I think it's probably true. I don't know. I never really had a story written about me, I guess, in a negative way in the paper. You know, I've been in the paper before, but it's always been just kind of like, oh, Facebook is at Waldorf College. Like that was, you know, stuff like
he's
that.
the one who created the Facebook group, Ruffled the Feathers.
Yeah, the ruffled their fruit basket.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Not to get into that, but I just want to say that Bjorn and I were talked about that by like the top guy at Waldorf. We didn't create it. Luke did. Luke was never talked to about it.
And
I got in trouble for your shit, and it didn't make sense.
And like people told me that they were like Harper got in trouble for it too. And he was like, well, like Luke Rangert created it, like talk to him. And like I would have had zero problem talking about that.
Would you
What, Bjorn?
Would you have lied about it?
No, honestly, I wouldn't have, because I didn't do anything wrong.
Luke would have just been like, Dane's roommate is fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Like we're just trying to have a little bit of fun about Dane's really shitty situation right now. I don't understand why you're not laughing, moo moo.
Yeah. And I would have been like, his name? And Momo.
I know.
Yeah. And I would have been like totally honest about it. I was like, there's nobody's getting threatened. Nobody is like in danger. Like, and no one said anything wrong. There was no like direct, like any kind of threat real at all.
You didn't anyone or anything like that.
And this is 100% because of my roommate.
Mm-hmm.
This whole situation was because of my roommate. Like, I don't even remember how many times I had to go talk to people about the situation, quote unquote, which is fucking ridiculous because I can get along with basically anybody. Basically anybody. Like, I am very good at just making friends with everybody. And
wrong.
That's not wrong. That's true.
Liar, pants on fire.
No, I really do. And I love people, even the fucked up people. Like, I don't want to make them feel bad. I don't want to, like, I'm not a shitty person towards people. And even back then, this was what, fucking 15 years ago, you know? And I was much more quiet, I guess, if you say that. Well,
yeah, you're a lot quieter for sure, and less controversial by any means.
Oh yeah, like the military radicalized, man. you know. But anyways, I had to talk to somebody and they're like, you're in my roommate's relationship is really messing with his mental problems. And we would like you guys to go to counseling. I'm like, absolutely not. He's not even there. He walks in every once in a while and starts slamming shit around and storming out of the fucking room. I have done nothing, literally nothing wrong. I've never had like an argument with this dude. We've never had a fight. I am a clean person. I'm not being a shitty person to him, you know. I'm not like fucking drinking, getting wasted in our room with other people. I'm not fucking doing anything.
Dude, we were
not doing
like,
anything.
Remember, Dane? We were waking up at like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, that might have caused him a problem with my fucking rooster alarm going off at 5 in the morning to go work out.
Yeah, but that's like a minor inconvenience. Like, it's like, oh, my roommate works out. He wakes up at 5 in the morning. Okay.
I think I might. Hello.
Say that again, Bjorn.
I think I might have farted on his pillow.
Nobody knew about that.
Did you? I don't know if I knew about that.
I think you were there. I think it was the same time. Like, because you guys were pissed that I was going through this shit at that time too. So I'm pretty sure that Bjorn farted on his pillow, and then Luke, you drew a giant penis on a piece of paper and put it in his printer.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. And immediately after you guys left, I went back through and took it out because I'm like, he's just gonna be mad at me. I'm gonna be forced into counseling with this motherfucker.
So you were looking out for him, man. Like, you were good.
What, you took what out? You took the fart out of the pillow?
No, I didn't suck that shit out of his pillow. I took the paper out of the printer.
All right, well, I gotta call it. I got shit I gotta do. I gotta fix the faucet. Yeah, I gotta take the chicken out of the smoker.
Yeah, we only have 5 minutes left, Bjorn.
Okay, well, I gotta cut it 5 minutes short then. So
you gotta give Luke 1 minute. Because last episode we talked about Luke coming up with the next weekly challenge. And he's got to spit that out before you leave.
Yep, you guys will like that. I'll give you a good minute, maybe not even. So the weekly challenge this week is gonna be based on my closing, which is
I'm sorry.
No, you're
that
good.
Hurt.
I just saw that happen and it made me laugh for a little bit, but no, my closing's gonna be so people try to always say, you know, don't be a material person, and there's a lot of truth to that, but take care of what you do have, what you have bought for yourself, what makes you happy. And my challenge this week for people is to buy one thing that they don't necessarily need, but makes them happy.
Dude, I can do that. So you want us to buy something that makes us happy that we don't need?
That you don't necessarily need. And it like,
didn't
don't
you start
like,
this out by saying that we shouldn't be materialistic, but we should buy something that makes us happy?
No, I say people say. I say some people say. Yep.
I get it.
So
okay,
and don't make it be like beer, you know, that kind of thing. Like something that you're gonna have for a little bit that makes you happy.
I'm gonna buy a bottle of Maker's Mark and it'll make me happy for the next 2 days.
it might wait until Friday, which is payday. So
hey, that's
no, but
fine.
we won't record before then.
Yep. So that's during this week.
All right, Bjorn, you gotta bounce.
yeah, good talking to you fellas, but I gotta get out of here, and I'm not even lying about it.
Hey, don't let me forget, on Tuesday I can wear pants.